Exciting news! Soon we will have a Fujifilm fixed lens camera like X106 but with a medium format sensor. Also, Ricoh will bring to the table Ricoh GR4 and Ricoh GR4 monochrome edition. So I want to talk about these rumors and put them in perspective, also addressing a little how I was asked Ricoh GR3X versus Leica Q343 and now why not also Ricoh GR4 versus Leica Q3 28mm field of view and also versus this new camera from Fujifilm. Let's see if Fujifilm and Ricoh got it right. Hi there and welcome to my channel. Tudor Matescu here. I used Ricoh GR3 over 2+ years, also X100 series over 10 years, and also I've used Leica Q3 and Leica Q2 when I've met some guys on the streets. So I have direct experience with these cameras and also with lots of cameras like Sony A7C with different Sony lenses and so on. So I want to share with you my impressions about these rumored new cameras and what they will do for your photography. So let's start first with the rumored Fujifilm X100 medium format camera. It seems that Fujifilm will not release X Pro 4 or X Pro 5 in 2025, but it will go with this large camera and with the 1-inch sensor camera. So no XE5, no X Pro 5, no X Pro 5, and I really don't get it why. And no XE5, just XM5, no XF10 Mark II, no. A big camera with a big sensor and with an f3.5 aperture lens. So this camera will be the compact Fujifilm camera that, according to Fujifilm rumors, the patents are going like this: a 35mm lens, medium format lens, a 40mm medium format lens, and a 50mm medium format lens. I don't know exactly now the crops, but for sure the 35mm it will be equivalent with a 28mm field of view on a full frame camera. And the f3.5, according to Fujifilm rumors, it will be around f2.8 depth of field on a full frame. So basically we will have a 28mm f2.8 full frame camera on a medium format sensor, but with an aperture of f3.5 when it comes to light gathering. So this is very important. The light gathering, the exposure of this camera, it will be very influenced with this f3.5 aperture. Is this enough? From my point of view, no, it's not enough. It's not a bright aperture. It's not a bright aperture when it comes to exposure in low light environments. I do not love the f3.5 for exposure in low light environments. In low light environments on a full frame, let's say I would be okay with f2.8, but also f2.8 is at the limit. The decent aperture from my experience after shooting, how I've said, many years full frame APS-C cameras and micro four thirds cameras, it is at least f2.4, and if you want to make a premium camera, you should make it f2, at least for proper exposure in low light environments. So basically you'll have a compact medium format camera that you can shoot it in good light. So in sunny days, in summer days, but as the light will go out, you'll have problems. You'll have to think in another way of making the composition. Use flash, use lights, use the ambiental light, even if it's a medium format sensor. So what is the gain? What is the gain when we will compare this camera to Leica Q3? Leica Q3 has an outstanding lens, a zoomy looks, outstanding lens without questions. So a premium lens at f1.7 on a 60 megapixel full frame sensor with IBIS, with weather sealing and so on. Probably this camera will also have weather resistant body and weather sealing, who knows, X106 is not fully weather sealed, but also the price for sure of this camera will be over $5,000. So then you must think, should I go with a medium format camera with f3.5 pancake-ish medium format lens to get what kind of advantage? Or to go to Leica Q3 28mm where I do have a known extraordinary lens, extraordinary sharp and with personality, with the Leica colors, with the Leica goodies, with the Leica Mojo, so all that is good. So for me, at the moment, the GFX medium format fixed lens camera, it's not convincing. I would better buy GFX 50R and put 55mm f1.7 and do a really great package, medium format package. And that package will have the 40mm field of view equivalent in full frame. So I do think that Fujifilm is missing the ball, it's missing the point. We want a small full frame compact camera. We do not want a so-called small medium format camera with f3.5 that I can shoot it in just bright sunny days or in acceptably good light. Let's be serious, f3.5, put f3.5 on your full frame camera and see what results you will get. See that noise in low light, see what you'll get there. So overall, again, I think it will be a camera dedicated just for some shooters and just for some niche photographers. So between the GFX medium format camera from Fujifilm, for sure I would go to the Leica Q3 28mm or even to X106. Again, Fujifilm X106, it's a great camera. Now on to the next topic. Ricoh GR4 and Ricoh GR4 monochrome version. The rumor is that these cameras will appear in the first quarter of 2025, and after this Ricoh GR4 monochrome will appear, so probably in summer or in autumn, who knows, in 2025. Well, I've recently sold my Ricoh GR3X and I've made a video about it. I will publish that video. But overall, my final impression about Ricoh GR cameras is that they don't have good build quality and they are very sensible cameras. And regarding the price, they are very expensive. So I would not pay now the full price of a Ricoh GRC or of a Ricoh GRCX, when with that money I can buy an X106 or even add more money and buy an X106 or even a lower model like X100V. So Ricoh GR, it's missing also the point. The camera, it is great, but it's missing as GFX a crucial point, a crucial feature that it must have. It must have weather-resistant body and good build quality. And when I'm referring at good build quality, I'm not referring at materials, how they feel at touch. The lens must not block on you in time. You have recurring problems regarding the retractable lens. The camera, it's broken in time. Search on the internet, search on the Facebook forums, it's not a reliable camera. So they are releasing cameras after cameras, but cameras that are dying in the end, sooner or later, in 2 or 3 years. So this is a problem. The sensor acquired dust, and also this is a problem. So why should I be hyped regarding Ricoh GR4 or Ricoh GR4M? I'm not hyped at all if they do not prove to me that they are able to make a resistant camera to shocks, to weather, and to dust. So if you want to burn $1,000, $2,000 on a Ricoh GR4 and you are okay with this, buying a consumer electronic good that after 2 years, 2+ years will die on you, then it's okay with me. But other than that, for the moment, I'm not thrilled at all regarding Ricoh GR4. Now, regarding GR4 monochrome edition. Wow, monochrome APS-C. APS-C, it's an APS-C in the end. I can convert the APS-C sensor in black and white and I will still be there. So what, I will have one stop of ISO and one stop of details on an APS-C body with an f2.8 lens. It doesn't have sense. It doesn't have sense at all. I would add that money, put a little more money and buy a Leica monochrome camera, a dedicated Leica monochrome camera. And now talking about Leica Q343 versus Ricoh GR3X, because I was asked this question. Leica Q343 also has some build quality problems reported online. So the start is not good for Leica Q343. So both cameras have problems regarding their build quality. They are dying on you. They are failing on you. And this is a problem. This is a truly problem. Regarding my research, I would put my money on Leica Q3 28mm, definitely, and also on Leica Q2 monochrome and on Leica Q2 normal, and also on Leica Q, the first one, the first edition, and also on Leica QP. Leica Q2 also has some recurring problems regarding the ears where you attach your camera strap. They can fall off. So Leica build quality. So overall, all these cameras are great cameras, but I think we are dealing with build quality problems depending on the model and on the brand. On Fujifilm X100X cameras, I didn't have any big problems. Yes, I have a problem with Fujifilm X Pro 3 screen, but overall the camera is working and it's working and it's working. Also, I've used, how I've said, for many years X100 Fine Pix, the first camera. Then X100V, 2+ years, abusing it in wet snow and so on. X Pro 3 in wet snow. So Fujifilm cameras aren't broken on me. Also Lumix cameras, also Sony cameras. I didn't have any problems with Sony cameras at all. They are reliable cameras. The only camera that did me some problems that I really didn't like was, yes, Ricoh GR3, unfortunately. And for the moment, my Ricoh GR3, it is totally scratched. I really am not interested. Also, I am interested, but I will not bet my money if I am not convinced regarding the build quality of Ricoh GR4 or on Ricoh GR4 Monochrome Edition. And also, again, Ricoh GR4 Monochrome Edition, just APS-C. No, if you want a monochrome camera, go for a full frame camera. Full frame, it is full frame. Probably I would make an exception if Fujifilm will release an APS-C monochrome version. Yes, why not? Because Fujifilm is Fujifilm, I love Fujifilm, I'm biased, and this is it. But Fujifilm has the lenses. Fujifilm has those lenses that are rendering Leica-like images. You can pair Leica-like lenses like Voigtlander and also Leica that are keeping their rendering on X Pro 3. What kind of lens, APS-C lens you have on Ricoh GR3 body and also on X100? X100 doesn't have sense as a monochrome camera. To really get that juice, if you are a pro photographer and you know what you want, and you are not just a newbie that the marketing it's making tricks on you, then you know that you need a good lens. On X Pro 3 monochrome version or on Leica Q monochrome versions, you can put a good lens and then the investment has sense. You are using a full frame sensor with all the goodies and you are using a full frame lens with all the goodies. On Fujifilm X Pro 3, you could use a 35mm f1.4 magic lens from Fujifilm and other lenses from Fujifilm that are very, very good, and other third-party lenses from Fujifilm and Chinese manufacturers and Voigtlander manufacturers, and you'll get amazing results. On Ricoh, what you'll get? The Ricoh lens that for me it's rendering like the 40mm f2.5 from Sony, and it's a good lens, don't get me wrong. I love the lens, I love the results. The results are crazy good, but you are limited to just one lens at f2.8 to do what? What you can do with a monochrome Ricoh GR that you can't do with a normal GR. No, the problem on Ricoh GR cameras is the build quality. Resolve the build quality, the dust issues, the breaking of the lens in time, and the fact that the camera is very sensible. Resolve those problems and then we will talk. Till then, I'm okay with Fujifilm X106, with Lumix GX9, with Olympus OMD M10 Mark IV and other cameras that are more reliable than Ricoh cameras. And also, as final thoughts, between the GFX fixed lens camera and X106 and Leica Q3, definitely X106 or Leica Q3. If you want the best image quality that it's comparable with the medium format, that it's not a true medium format from Fujifilm, it is smaller than phase 1 from what I know, then go with the Leica Q3 28mm. You'll be better because you have f1.7 zoomy looks extraordinary lens. So if you are liking content like this, please subscribe now to my channel, subscribe to my newsletter for more photography tips and tricks, and also please be sure to check my next videos. Click here the next videos right now. Thank you and I will talk to you soon. Bye bye.